Welcome back, guys, to another Platinum video. You trophy hunters, Platinum acquirers, and overall just great people. Today, we take on Case Animatronics, a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff. You gotta love when they give you a warning right up front. Don't forget to wear your headphones. And we get our first trophy by just waking up. We're an officer of the law, John Bishop. We wake up in our office to find the station in lockdown mode, with the animatronics roaming the halls. Our objective is to survive the night and uncover the truth behind this terrifying ordeal. As you explore the dark and atmospheric corridors of the police station, you'll need to solve puzzles, manage limited resources, and outsmart the animatronics that are hunting you down. Throughout our journey, we're going to uncover clues and unravel the dark secrets of the animatronics and the police station itself. The game keeps you on the edge of your seat with its eerie atmosphere, jump scares, and intense encounters. And by intense encounters, I'm referring to how annoyed you're going to be after you start unlocking more of these animatronics. Because after a while, it just gets more frustrating than it does scary. Part of this could be my fault as well. I wasn't sure how to work the tablet the whole time, so I didn't have good eyes to where these guys were, which is my fault. I could have just looked up how to use the tablet, but I didn't. I just kept playing. So maybe I was just trying to make it harder on myself without knowing. You can also hide in different closets or lockers or underneath desks to get away from the animatronics. But if they do see you get in the locker, they will pull you out and devour your face. Now, before we get back into the trophy grind, I will let you guys know that you can eat all the donuts that you want throughout the game. They are just all over this desk, everywhere. Just help yourself. The donuts don't do anything for you, but what kind of donut can fly? A plain donut. Alright, I'll see myself out. Anyway, that letter that we just saw, that's a collectible that you can get through the game. There's 13 of them in total. One of the worst things about the collectibles is that they're randomly generated. So it could be in this desk right here this time, but then if one of the animatronics gets you, it's not going to be in the same spot. I mean, it has a chance, but it's highly unlikely. The only way to save your progress with these collectibles is to hit certain checkpoints. But also, the game is only going to release I think there's 4 collectibles before you find the wolf. And then after the wolf, I think they release 4 more. So they release them in spurts. So I would always try to find the max amount of collectibles I could before I moved into the next area. Oh, look, a donut. For finding all the collectibles, it earns you 3 trophies. The power is at the police station, so we need to go ahead and turn on the power so we can stop being scaredy babies in the dark. So we find the first clue on how to turn back the power with the wolf. Look at that good old pin pad code. Now that we have the pin pad code, we need to head to the door, open it up, and turn back on the power. But not before we get a nice jump scare that came out of fucking nowhere. And once we enter those 4 magic digits, we unlock a trophy. Meet the wolf.
I need to find the
now that the wolf will be roaming the halls. Now this is the part of the video where I ask if you guys have made it this far in the video, if you guys could leave me a like and subscribe, leave a comment. You guys can comment about anything about the game. What do you want me to do next? I got a couple other games that I need to finish editing and stuff, but work's been kind of crazy lately, so, working my best. But if you guys could hit a like and subscribe, it would mean the world to me. Now back to this FNAF ripoff. So the game doesn't really explain much to you. You'll get phone calls randomly from this guy being oh, you did this thing. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you what the story is about. I wasn't interested in it at all. It's very boring. I just saw this game and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to be spooked out. And didn't really do that for me. It was the first couple times, I got a few jump scares, with the one random ghost lady that came out of nowhere. And then a couple of times with the animatronics wandering around, but then, like I said earlier, it just gets so freaking annoying.
Now I need to turn on the second fuse box.
But yeah, they don't really explain much, where to go, what to do, so you kind of just left on your own. I randomly picked up a blue key card in the blue shower, the blue key card in the shower, and then I was like, oh wait, I do remember seeing a key card door. I must have to do that. Maybe that's what these games are made of. I never really played FNAF. I just saw this game and it was super cheap and I was like, okay, why not? I'm not doing anything with my life right now. And then I decided to play this. But picking up the blue key card does get us another trophy. Side note before we continue this journey, if you think reading a note is going to save you from the animatronics, you're wrong. They still move around, they still creep, You never know when they're gonna. I mean, you'll hear their legs, but they'll get you every time. Once you're in the blue key card room, you're gonna turn on the other set of lights, and once these lights are on, they start introducing a new animatronic, the cat. And randomly, the tablet turns on, and I was like, "Oh, I could have used this tablet." But like I said earlier in the video, I had no idea how to use it because as soon as it turned on, it just dies on me, and I was like, "Oh, okay, so I guess this is how we're doing it." And also, the pick lock that he's telling you to get in there, it's randomly generated. So like, it'll be like in different spots, but it wasn't in the safe when I was in that room. Like, I kept looking, and I actually ended up just restarting the game. I mean, thankfully the save points are, I don't want to say they're generous, but it wasn't that bad from going here to go to that other room to try to get the pick lock. But trying to pick lock, it was a nightmare. Because now there's two animatronics, and I'm just sitting there like, even if you're mid picking the lock, they'll still freaking get you, man. And it's so annoying. It's frustrating, but hey, like I said,
Oh god.
I guess this is why PlayStation or PSN rated a 3 out of 10, because I think most of it's just annoying stuff. It's not even like hard. It's that, and the game's kind of buggy too. Yeah, see, it died like after like a minute. Anyway, back with the killer story. We need to find the lockpicks, which I mentioned earlier too. That guy honestly scared the crap out of me the first time he talked to me. I had to restart because like there was this lock box over here that you're gonna see me open, and when I opened it, there was nothing in there. So I had to restart the game in order to get the lockpicks. Once we get the lockpicks, we unlock a trophy. Now here comes one of the parts of the game where I got the most frustrated with, because whenever you try to pick this lock, keep in mind, the tablet's not working. I never got to work anyway. But like the cat will go through the vents, so you don't really know when it's coming, and you'll hear like the wolf or whatever. But the locking minigame is such trash. It is so trash, and it's hard to like get it done before they get you. And oh my god, I was literally just kept dying doing it over and over again.
That's just great.
And just like the RNG of you like restarting and then you leave. Sometimes as soon as you leave the room, the animatronics will be like right there. Sometimes they're just hanging out in the room, so you'll be like waiting for them to leave because there's like no way to distract them at this point in the game. Or if there is, I just don't know about it. And it was just like I would just have to get lucky with like where they spawned to have like enough time to get through the door. But however, we finally do get through the door. And we unlock another trophy. Then after hacking this computer, if that's what you want to call it, playing a little game of mix and match, we unlock another trophy, but this is so ridiculous, because once you get some matches, you'll even hear me be like, what the hell? Because you can still click on the cards even when they're not there. So if you do it by accident, like I did towards the end, I only had one guess left, and I was like, well, wait, what? So I was like, I gotta make sure I'm doing this right, because I don't want to redo this, because I didn't know if it was going to kick me back to before I got the lock, and that's when I was like losing my mind. But once we infiltrate the computer, we get another trophy.
I can charge the tablet.
Then after shortly finishing the game, we explore the office a little bit more. Then we find a red key card, and that also unlocks us another trophy. They come in pretty quick succession in this game. I mean, honestly, too, PSN says that you can get this within an hour. I think it's honestly it's all just RNG dependent and how often you get screwed on the spawn points of the animatronics.
Like it is the key card for...
You'll hear me mumble to myself a few times throughout this video because I'm still working on my PlayStation 5 while I'm editing this, and I'm still trying to get used to how everything works on here. But we have the red key card, so we run, go through this, and then as John Bishop does, he talks to himself some more. And more, listen to him heavy breathe, and we end up having to just wait in this room till this dialogue's done, and then the cat will show up, and then we have to hide from the cat until the phone rings. Our mysterious friend lets us know that he shuts off the ventilation in the vents and that we need to get to the control room to turn them on. And if we can survive till 3 a.m., we will get the key to our freedom. And when they mean, when the because like a hint will come up on the screen saying you need to can't stay in one room too long because of the ventilation, because you'll start to hallucinate. Honestly, the only thing that happens is the room will get a little hazy, I guess is the right term. Once we turn back on the ventilation, we just need to go hide under the desk till 3 a.m. until we can get that sweet, sweet key card.
Oh wait, this computer.
And when I say wait, like you literally have to wait under this desk for, it feels like a good 4 minutes before something actually happens. I actually thought that it bugged out on me again, but no, you just wait under this desk for a good amount of time till some dialogue pops up. Now that we've got the last key card, we can finally go into the interrogation room, one of the last rooms that we've yet to unlock. Once in the interrogation room, you'll notice it's just a very boring room. There's a phone, so you're like, huh, what the heck? And then you try to open a door, it's locked, but you get to see a creepy little new friend.
Whoa.
They added another animatronic, the owl. The owl works a lot differently than the cat and the wolf. The owl, you have to keep looking at it. You can't turn your back on the owl. If you turn your back on the owl, he will murder you.
Do not walk
So always make eye contact until you get like around a corner. And now that we've met the owl, we actually unlock 2 trophies here. Don't blink and oh really. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Trophy. That's 12 out of 13. You should have the platinum now. And you're correct. I should put the platinum here, but I'm not going to, because you actually don't have to beat this game in order to get the platinum trophy. However, I was like, if I'm going to play this game, I'm going to fucking see it to the end. So you damn right, we're going to beat this shitty ass game. And it gets kind of confusing towards the end, because as you can see, the owl's blocking that, so you can't really go in there until the owl moves. But in order for the owl to move, you have to just run halfway across the map, and he has to spawn somewhere else. Didn't know that there's a battery in that room, because further down there's a radio, and you need to use that radio to distract the wolf. But you can't get in that room until the owl's gone. Sometimes the owl just likes to sit in that room, and I didn't know that the battery was in there. And see, the cat just sits there. The cat doesn't even know what it's doing half the time. I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, how do I get this battery to distract the wolf? And let me tell you, because you'll walk in this room right here, they'll both just sit there and chill, and then you die. But we don't quit, because we're gamers, and we're platinum hunters. And I'm going to beat this game, like I said. So, the owl's gone. I find the battery, and a note that I needed at the time. We use the battery for the radio to distract the wolf. Then we're finally in the clear. Well, I think I'm in the clear, but then I hear the cat, and I have to run away because I don't want to have to redo everything I just redid. Hello. So we say hello to the bull, or whatever the hell that thing is. I don't even know what kind of animatronic it is. But we have to do one more picking lock mini game. Unfortunately, I can already feel the depression hit me as soon as I started. But we persevere.
Yes.
Then the psychopath lets us know that the key cards to get out of here are on the back of the animatronics. There'll be 2 key cards, keep in mind. They don't tell you this, but there's 2 key cards. The first key card that you get is fake. Then the second one you get is the real deal. Didn't know that, so that was kind of frustrating. So I was like, what the hell is going on here? I kept using it, but it just wasn't doing anything. And the animatronics are supposed to be off. Well, I guess they shut down for a X amount of time, but then they come back alive as X amount of time. So you have to do this in the time frame, because once they're moving around, you can't just creep behind them, because the AI doesn't work that way, and they just turn around and will kill you. But nonetheless, we finally escape. We see the ending of this horrible game, and it's over. we got the platinum a long time ago, but we just had to beat this game to say we did it. Because we're true gamers.
Bishop.
Oh my god, they're making a second one? You gotta be kidding me. Well, let's see if we take on that one.